Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to show you how to make Mexican pinto beans. So if you're interested, stay tuned. On a note about my hair, please do ignore. It's curly naturally and I have lots of baby hair, so try to ignore that. If you're using a conventional pressure cooker, you can follow along. The only thing that is going to be different is that by the time you put your beans in your pot in the water and you close the lid, once your pot reaches the desired temperature, which is when the bulb pops up, then is when you're going to start counting on. So you will set the timer then for 35 minutes. And I'll normally tend to lower the temperature to around medium-high heat. Because I don't have a conventional pressure cooker anymore since I changed my stove to an induction one, I'm going to be using an Instant Pot. So if you're ready, let's get into it. Okay, so for this recipe I am going to use 500 grams of pinto beans. As you can see from the best before date, I am using ones that are a little bit old, but they still look okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use them. Make sure that you clean them, and by this I mean remove any split beans, as the buildup of this can clog your valve and cause an accident with your pressure cooker. So go ahead and remove all of them, as well as the odd stone that you may find, as they are not nice to bite into, as well as they can cause you to lose a tooth. Once you have done all of that, make sure that you run the beans through cold water until the water runs clear. Then you're going to drain them. Now put your beans in the inner pot alongside 2 liters of cold water. Now to bring up the flavor in this, we're going to need a quarter of an onion, 3 to 4 garlic cloves, 3 bay leaves, and some dry epazote if you have any. It really brings up the flavor. Ensure your lid has got the seal ring and put the lid on the sealing position. Now you can either press the bean chili option or the manual or pressure cook button for 40 minutes on high pressure. Once the time has passed, you can allow it to remove the steam naturally, or you can do a quick release. In this case, my pot didn't have any more steam left, so I went ahead and opened the lid. Now it's time to check that the beans are soft enough to your liking, and then you can season them with salt. Here I'm putting just about a handful of rock salt. You can put a little bit less and then taste it, and if it needs more then you can add a little bit more. Now make sure that you put it in the saute option. Ensure that you taste the beans and that the salt level is adequate for you, and once you achieve that, then put a saucepan on the stove with some vegetable oil, and once it's hot you are going to add some of those beans. Try to not put too much of the liquid, just so that the consistency is not too runny. Once it comes to a boil, just start mashing them all up. If you find that it needs a little bit more liquid, then add hot boiled water into it, or some more of the broth, as long as it is still at boiling temperature. And now you can use this as a base for lots of Mexican dishes. In this case, I am serving it with steak tacos, and these ones are my version of vegetarian steak tacos, which I'll share the recipe next time. Or maybe some Mexican sopes. They taste great, and I will also share the recipe for that. Okay, so that is it guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this recipe and it was helpful to you. As I mentioned earlier, I will be sharing those recipes about how to make sopes, as well as how to make the vegetarian version for tacos. So if you're interested in those videos, make sure that you subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up to keep me motivated. And until my next video, stay strong, healthy and happy.